Alright, it's run time. Just going to do a quick 5K trail run. I'm a little sore from workout, so I'm just going to keep it short. But that said, I'd love to give some blood flow into the muscles, loosen up a little bit, open up my lungs. Plus, I've got some gear to try out. I'll show you in a moment. Vivobarefoots that I'm wearing. They're called Trail Freak and designed for rocky, loose, or muddy terrain. They're also supposed to be waterproof or highly resistant and lined for cold weather. So while it's spring-like here, it's actually pretty chilly today, and the trails are moist, although not wet. I thought it'd be a good idea to try these out when it's not a rainy day, so that I can assess for hot spots or areas of rubbing or any areas that might actually leak. But also testing out the sole itself. Now, Vivobarefoot is a company that's really oriented around proprioception, so the awareness of your body and where it is in space. So that really relates to running in learning how you land and those mechanical elements that relate to your foot meeting the ground. So the way they do this is having an extremely thin sole. Now, these have really heavy lugs for that traction element, but the plate is very, very thin. So essentially I end up feeling everything. It gives me a lot more control. I feel increased balance and the ability to really dig into the ground. I'll show you the lugs and the soles themselves afterwards, but let's give them a try. I'm definitely noticing an increase in foot sensitivity to the trail with these shoes. A lot more foot flex. I'm feeling the bigger stones more in these shoes than I would in my Luna sandals. However, I also find that the traction is digging in deeper, and I'm able to power up small inclines and have better cornering, so that's great. Protective plate in the arch, which I really appreciate. Great lugs. Look at the traction on that, and you can see how deep that is. Really digs into the ground. Now, I do find that it is a bit narrow, especially compared to other Vivo shoes, and I'm getting a bit of a pinch right here, you can see where the fabric is folded, and it's actually got this divot in here, and it's digging right into my foot here. In this foot, it's not that bad. However, on this foot, you can see that the crease is much more defined. I've got a bunion right there. So this is getting a bit uncomfortable. I may have to take some measures to avoid friction or blisters there. I'll see what it looks like afterwards.